if I start every episode with all right?
All right, all right, all right. I don't think you do.
Like I'm some fucking aging pervert. Well, essentially.
No.
Welcome back to the Backdash. Or welcome to the Backdash. I say welcome back because we're, was it 3 episodes in now?
3.5.
Technically, canonically.
4 or 5.
3.5. 3, 4, 5. Who cares? Counting is like completely subjective.
For canon episodes, we're on.
For
3.
canon episodes.
For the the non-filler episodes.
For the non-filler episodes where Naruto has to get a magical sword, we are on 3.
Excalibur.
My name is Alex. Let's not. Do you remember the episode of fucking Naruto where they did the stupid Olympics and Naruto had to poop
the
whole time?
Naruto Olympics? No, I don't. I didn't watch any of them.
Narimpics?
I was a big manga reader. There was no Olympics in the manga.
That's just bad.
Sorry, I apologize.
You forget the episode where they did. So you missed the gold of the baton pass where they baton pass it and Naruto like has to poop so bad he's not thinking. And I'm pretty sure Rock Lee just shoves it up his butt.
And he just shits everywhere all over the track.
No,
that's a secret technique.
He wins the race because he just runs so fast that he runs into the bathroom because they've opened the floodgate jutsu.
Floodgate no jutsu.
Intensive. Floodgate no jutsu.
And the Nine Tails just comes running out.
Out of his ass.
Right out of his ass.
Fucking Jesus.
Also, hey.
My name's Alex. I say things on the internet. I enjoy classical literature.
Thank you. And I'm Brando.
I honestly, I wanted to come out about that.
I appreciate that. Being so honest and vulnerable on the podcast. Thank you.
I eventually, I don't know if you've noticed this, but eventually by like episode 50, people will be able to put together every intro because I've given a little piece of myself in each one.
Have I given a truthful piece of myself at all?
Yeah, you said no. Actually, I don't think so.
All right,
no.
Let's start being honest.
You said you liked to shit.
That's true. That's very true. All right, so I'm Brandon. I'm back from hiatus. I was in hell fighting the ghost of Christmas Past.
That's true.
I fought him Hell in a Cell. It was a cage match.
Hell in a Cell style. That's recorded on a VHS.
You'll see it on HBO later tonight.
Check your TV guides.
If you don't have Hell Comcast, I apologize.
It's up and coming. Not a lot of people are progressive enough, but I think that there are going to be a couple of our viewers that do support Hell Comcast.
Hell Comcast.
Today's sponsor, Hell Comcast. Yeah, I don't think they didn't give us anything else to say, so.
We're taking live from our sponsors.
Yes.
Thank you, Satan. Satan offered me a job. I beat.
It's fucked.
I beat the Ghost of Christmas Past in a Hell in a Cell match.
And Satan was like, "I want a piece of that."
But no, that's what I do in my spare time.
Yes.
So for being honest, I wrestle on the side.
Completely honest. I get that. I enjoy myself like a nice, condensed reading of Mary Shelley's classical works.
Mary Shelley's
and you take down
Frankenstein.
Ghost. I mean, there's some other.
Has there ever been
pretty solid?
Yeah. Okay. So in all actuality, has there ever been a Frankenstein-styled wrestler?
Oh yeah, definitely.
You think so? Like WWE or?
I mean, it depends. How much do you think The Undertaker is Frankenstein?
The Undertaker, is he a zombie or is he just a wraith?
Paul Bearer though, like
so
he
is the Undertaker a zombie or a wraith? So it's a zombie.
I'd say that he is a vengeful, like, I don't know. You're right. Like they kind of push him as a vengeful spirit, but he comes out of the coffin like in a physical form.
Masked Frankenstein.
You know what? We'll put a pin
Wrestling.
in it. Okay. Oh no, we're going in. Okay. Well, so another week has occurred. A lot of video game stuff happened. Did you know this?
Let's find out.
Did this ever resonate with you? You're gonna find out.
Find out right now. Let's go. Finding them live as they happen.
What? I'm gonna. Well, no. Yeah, we're gonna go back to the past and get these stories live. Okay. So I'll start off the gig. I'm gonna get us rolling. What? Let's talk about Fighting EX Lair getting a 3 more character pass in 2019.
I am okay. Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, did you not know?
I did not, and I'm gonna say, frankly, That is very surprising. That game's getting support.
I think that we missed the fucking boat on fighting EX Lair.
I need to play more of that. Hard. I don't even own it.
We don't own it. I don't own it either. We talked about this.
Like, it's getting a character pack. Wait. So it's only getting 3 characters throughout the entirety of 2019.
It's getting 3. So it's already gotten a shit ton. Like Terry Bogard's a fucking like guest character, and there's so much that has happened. Like Volcano Rosso came in, Pullum Perna, like additional characters got added.
Free?
To the standard
Wait, are
release.
these free characters?
Now hey, listen here, cowboy. You back your ass up. We're gonna get to the story, okay?
Okay, I'm listening. I'm sorry, but I'm looking it up.
So,
I mean, you keep going.
I know it's fine. You're interested now. We will meet at the crossroads.
I've already found my main.
Destiny. I know she looks great. Now,
okay.
Shut up.
I'm listening.
Shut
I'm
your
listening.
Whore mouth. 2 of these characters.
She's already so good looking.
Of this pass are gonna be free because Fighting EX Lair is just happy. Yes, free. It's just happy that you're playing it. Fighting EX Lair is an amazing, awesome independent fighting game, bringing back classic characters from the Street Fighter EX series back into the real world, like Skullomania, Doctor in Dark, and the one, the only, Alan Snyder. So it is doing the good.
Alan Schneider.
Alan Schneider. He is next to Terry Bogard. He is my favorite English speaker.
English.
Firebro.
Okay, so I need to know right now, who's this gun bitch? Excuse my language.
She is going to be the one paid character.
I gotta pay money? I have to pay money? I'll pay money. I like that character a lot.
You should. I don't actually.
She looks really. She looks
Gunslinger, good. Gunslinger, Sharon, Nerd
Shadow
area. What? Shadow. Are expected to step into the ring in the future. So one can assume these are 3 characters in question.
So
though that
you
hasn't been officially
you said Sharon
confirmed.
is Nerd Girl. What?
No, it's Gun. So ready? I'm gonna read you the story.
Read me the
now
stories.
available for PS4, ability expanded. And now Fighting EX Lair has expanded its roster since the release with additional classic characters, as we mentioned, Volcano Rosso and Pullum Perna.
Okay.
We also know that Gunslinger Sharon, Nerd Girl Area, and even SNK's Terry Bogard are expected to step into the ring in the future. So we could assume that these are the 3 characters that are in question, though that hasn't been officially confirmed.
How do you spell Area? Is it Aria?
No, it's Area, A-R-E-A.
What the fuck?
I've actually seen Area and Terry before. I actually knew about these. I didn't know about Sharon.
Sharon.
Sharon. I didn't know about her. So she's a new face to me, but since we already knew about these, Arika hasn't actually confirmed that these are the characters that they're talking about.
Right.
Since this story happened, I think yesterday or today.
Why does Area look like a fucking Mega Man X character? Like a late Mega Man X character. She looks like Palette.
Fucking what'd I say? Nerd Girl. Anyway.
I like her. She's Doomfist. That needs to be a Doomfist skin stat.
Look. Arika's doing the good thing. They are constantly supporting EX Lair. Honestly, I might give in. I think it might even be on sale currently as the time of this recording. We're gonna have to check that out after this.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Because I think that this Fighting EX Lair is now too good a package to pass up, and I stand by it.
I am
everyone get into
massive
your
fan of free things, so I can't be mad.
And I think that it's been too long since because I've always said I loved playing through the beta of Fighting EX Lair, and then it's just it came out so close to the Evo trip that we had that honestly I just couldn't. I couldn't consciously
drop the ball on that one.
Yeah, it was just like I was practicing Dragon Ball so religiously at that point. I was like, I don't have time to be able to get into Fighting EX Lair, nor do I have the money I want to be able to squeeze.
Right.
But hey, now with all this getting added, I feel like I can jump in with Sharon or Area or Terry
Wild Abandon.
Yes,
and
I feel like
Terry
train. With the new characters, Terry, hop on the Terry train and take it online with new characters that people don't have experience against, and try to muster up my late ass entry.
I'm gonna be real,
because that's the problem with fighting games.
I'm gonna Darun is still my boy, and I can't get back on that.
And think about how much Darun tech you can have now. You have almost 10 months of Darun tech.
That I have to learn.
Yeah, but like that's the fun part. That's the game, you know.
Yeah, I
Like
suppose.
that. Honestly, the main thing is like the problem with fighting games, and I don't know if it's a problem as much as like it is for other people. But for me, is just like if you get a fighting game late, you are entering into a community that is going to be better than you and not going to give you the mercy that you would otherwise get on a launch day thing where everyone's kind of learning. You have to now play hard catch up.
It's like me coming into like BlazBlue. Like I'm talking about like BlazBlue Central Fiction and trying to catch up with that, or these Guilty Gear guys I've been playing with.
Mm-hmm.
Just oh my god, forget about it. Like
yeah, so it's like I feel that's the hardest thing about getting fighting games again. But luckily, Fighting EX Layer looks to be just so much fun to not pass up. Like would I get like BlazBlue if it was on sale? No, because that's like that feeling's too much, and it's not getting free DLC.
Yeah.
Do I want to get this now that it's getting free DLC and looks like I can still jump in? Yes. So hey, thank you Fighting EX Layer for being awesome. So
thank you.
We're gonna keep that.
Thank you, Akira.
Thank you, Arika. Not Akira.
Akira.
Not giant melting monster.
Akira.
So we're gonna keep this ball.
Tetsuo!
Or you keep this.
How come Tetsuo is not in any fighting game?
Arika, because he'd be a fucking. Let's not. Fucking, I would rather have Kaneda in a fucking fighting game because he'd have a cool beam and like a bike. You put Tetsuo in and it's like, okay, he wins.
He just
cool.
auto wins.
He's a fucking. He's a god. So.
All right.
Or a god euphemism. So the ball's rolling. This giant Katamari that we've created of bullshit.
Are we still in fight game territory?
We can leave fight game territory for a while, and then we'll come back to fight game. Yeah, we can come back to fight game territory.
Let's go.
So fight game train's here. We're gonna make a stop here at holy shit, what the fuck, Activision Blizzard.
What's going on with Activision Blizzard? I know their stocks are down as fuck.
Well, yeah, no, but that's besides the point. Blizzard notes that, like, you know, I don't know if you've heard about this, Heroes of the Dorm and HGC will not be returning at all in 2019. So these are Heroes of the Storm tournaments like support that Blizzard would do for Heroes of the Storm, and they have basically dropped the game dead in terms of professional support.
So
with no warning at all to any of the players who made this their profession.
More support.
Nothing.
So
they learned it the same day.
I've heard some things. I don't know if they're dropping all support for Heroes of the Storm, as in like updates and new costumes, new characters. I'm not sure if they're stopping that. I do know that there are people that only have Battle.net for HOTS because it's free.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if they decide because of this that they're also down the line gonna drop support for the game altogether. That's gonna kill a lot of users because I think HOTS is their only free game. Hearthstone.
So no, Hearthstone. Yeah. What are you talking about?
I'm sorry.
I mean, you pay Hearthstone. Like, just because you paid money doesn't mean
I understand. I'm just saying.
Because I fucking don't. So they haven't full blown said, "Hey, we're dropping support."
I understand that.
Like they are remaining excessively snakishly vague. Like, and it is.
Well, that's my point. Though.
It's very much right
now.
Yeah,
you just don't know. They haven't made any announcements or anything.
They said that the one thing that they've gone on term and said, they remain stalwart on supporting the game, but they are noting that they are setting up for long-term sustainability, which to me sounds like we're going to keep it active, but, don't expect as much traffic for the esports kind of side.
I don't even think none at all. So I think also they're going to slow down updates until they finally let it slow, They're going to slow it to a crawl for updates and skins and, whatever the hell. They're going to reduce that.
I think that they're still, because they've also gone on record, though, and said they are, the game still has new heroes coming, themed events, and other content. Which to me sounds like we still want to make money off of this thing. We just don't want to put more money into it.
Right. So essentially, imagine if.
So people who are trapped into playing HOTS, they still want to make money off of them. which is why they're going to release new heroes, new themed events, and other content. Because now they can only now all Activision Blizzard has to do is appeal to the casual community playing HOTS and not have to like take the money out for its esports side.
But there still is a competitive community in HOTS though. Like there's still ranked. It's
but
a
they
MOBA.
aren't. It's true, but not an esports community, which is so big for MOBAs.
MOBAs have a whole like ranked community, though. It's the same as like.
I think you're belittling the term of esports, like in comparison to what like playing a game of ranked is, sitting on the shitter on your mobile computer, and going into a arena like Heroes of the Dorm or HGC.
Like
it is a completely different beast.
It's as if
with different stakes.
It would be like, I mean, I get it. Don't get me wrong, I get it, but I'm just saying when you say like, oh, they're not going to cater to a competitive community anymore, when there's still a whole competitive community in HOTS, like they're
not going to cater to a professional community anymore.
Right? And I get that.
How about that? Because you can be the most competitive gamer in your basement, but you're not a professional. Like, you're not people who have made this their profession and then got shit on completely when this news dropped like 3 days ago.
Which is, I'm going to say, like,
my heart goes
a
out,
1% of
to
the HOTS community.
I mean,
like, that's got to be 1%, you know?
I think that, once again, you're making generalizations for something that you don't really follow. So, and, like, I'm looking, and there's a lot of people who kind of exclusively played HOTS really hard.
Right, but, like,
especially
when it comes
in the
to
Heroes of the Dorm kind of, like...
Like, how many... So, if you look at... So, you're going to tell me that, like, 20% of the HOTS community is in esports? I don't...
I am
likening it to, like, Overwatch esports E-League. That's what, like, that's
okay,
my
which could also,
relevancy,
which is not
like 1% of the Overwatch community, you know.
Which I believe is nowhere near as safe as you think it is. Like, if this can happen to Heroes of the Storm, which you even said is a free game that a lot of people can get, and many people have been playing onwards, like, the fact that this could as much well happen to Overwatch, like,
if they pull the plug on the esports Overwatch, I get it. Like, I'm just saying that it's not affecting.
Wouldn't surprise me.
It's not affecting as large a chunk of the community as I think you're making out to be. Like, I understand that they're pulling the plug on, like... So for me, what they're pulling the plug on more is, like, oh, it wasn't pulling enough, like, ad revenue from people trying to watch it. Or, like, there wasn't enough as an audience or, like, really a huge following on HOTS. Like, it's not big as, let's say, Overwatch. But even then, Overwatch is getting stale, too, because of certain compositions that are just ruining the meta. Like you said, you're right. I don't follow Heroes of the Storm meta. I don't follow Heroes of the Storm news, really. But when it comes to esports, the only reason something would be pulled the plug on is that it's not pulling in the revenue that it needs to be.
Yeah. So fuck the community, let them drown.
Essentially, like fuck the community audience rather. Like what the fuck what do you call people who watch streams?
Like your player base.
Your player, I
basically.
guess. Yeah, but I mean, like, I don't really play HOTS. But if you ask me, hey, let's watch a HOTS game, you know, I'll try it. You know, I'll try and watch some MOBA playing.
I've watched Heroes of the Dorm because, like, it's a college thing and it was like had a kind of a good cause behind it. And it was kind of neat to just see that.
And they pulled all the support for that. I got you.
Yeah, like it just sucks to see them, like, just, you know, essentially stop giving a shit and leaving a lot of people who were putting in a shit ton of effort and a astronomical amount of time into playing this game, and then Blizzard just does nothing for them.
So they're fucking content creators as well as tournament organizers.
Yeah, as well. Yeah, okay. TOs, content creators, event organizers. Like, it's affecting. It's not. Yeah, you know what? You bring up a great point. It's not just going to affect the players. Like, it sucks to be a Blizzard fan, honestly.
Yeah. Blizzard right now,
forever
not doing too hot.
Diablo Immortal into this,
and then it's just a lot of bad news. It's not even just Blizzard.
Honestly,
it's a lot of companies, right? Like large video game companies are people are calling them out on their bullshit in the past year.
Well, this is good.
And it's just...
You know when it started?
When did it start?
Battlefront 2 Battlefront 2 was the first like big catalyst of the mainstream audience seeing that companies aren't your friends and they're trying to
just trying to make you their money.
And a lot of people who don't get that like would still defend it, but then they avidly saw what like, hey, you know what? Loot boxes are fucking poison, and you don't understand that. And the Battlefront 2 drops, do you get it now?
It is
actual part of a majority, marginal majority of a audience says yes. Like it starts to, and then it goes from there. Like, and to this point where it's like companies kind of go into a panic and they start making, rash decisions and still trying to go for money grabs. Right. That's why Fallout 76 is a giant burning pile of trash. That's why Activision Blizzard with their money grabs of like Diablo Immortal,
you know what this kind of shit. You remember the Square Enix? They canceled the Final Fantasy 15 DLC. That's why they canceled it. Because they were seeing a bunch of other companies go under and lose a bunch of money, and they panic knee-jerked pulled resources from current projects, and they are reallocating their resources and money to like other things because they're afraid they had too much money in the market, and they're just like, oh fuck that.
So as someone who's read up on that story, like actual like interviews of that, I don't think that's the reason.
What's the reason?
But like
tell me.
Reason was because they wanted to, instead of like, prolonging 15, they wanted to put the more of the team's effort for stuff that wasn't like getting done to the speed on Kingdom Hearts and I believe it was an Untitled project.
That's interesting.
So it wasn't like a knee-jerk reaction. It was
because it happened around the same time.
Like it was it did, but that was like a lot. News happens in tandem, but a lot like the main thing was that it was you said it. It was a relocating of like assets. Like they wanted to put focus where it was because you're still getting episode Arden, which actually topical.
I forgot about that.
It just got some really sick looking art on the Final Fantasy 15 Twitter. It looks cool, and you're gonna get your episode, which is neat. And I think that's
they're
fine,
finishing that last episode, and then
yeah. That means you're gonna get a more focused episode for this one since it's going to be the big send off, and B, like you're not gonna get it prolonged because honestly, like episode Luna Freya, episode Noctis, like I feel like it would have been much for a story that doesn't need to keep like more because 15's a good game.
They were trying to milk it and extend the life between Final Fantasy 15 and whatever they have next down the timeline. I think next is Kingdom Hearts 3, and then if they have a 15
Kingdom
in the
Hearts
works,
3 for them,
because God knows that.
You mean 16 or something?
16. Well, yeah.
Well, 7 remake is probably the next
what?
thing. God forbid something happens.
I forgot about it, but no, that 7 remake, I would not be surprised if they just canceled it. Honestly,
no, that's never going to happen.
I would not be surprised at that.
Now that it's Now that it's announced, if they did that, they would lose everything. Yes, 100%.
They have to fit. So it's a do or die game, huh?
It is literally the do or die game.
And on top of that,
it is their Final
What
Fantasy.
is that Final Fantasy game that came out? It was the fighting game, that team fighter game.
Dissidia. Oh. I have Dissidia NT on my PlayStation. Soul. Hey, Yuna's. Hey, do you want to know what? Even more, I bought the special edition. I have the season's pass. I'm about to get Yuna as a character.
Oh, did they release? Okay. As long as it's still there.
Yeah,
as long as it's there.
Dissidia gets played. Trust me, just not by me.
I got you.
Like I fucking like. I wanted to love Dissidia. I love the Dissidia series. Right. But then what they did to the story mode of like, hey, did you want to play the story mode? Okay, you need crystals to unlock new pass, and the only way to get crystals is by playing online. And I'm like, I want to play online, but I don't have like even one other friend, and I'm with random people, and it's like
so sorry.
The other part. Don't worry, it's an arena fighter. I get it. Like I get it. I
was about to say that I don't.
There's only so much you can do.
Naruto, but with a fucking Final Fantasy
It's not.
Skin.
It's way better.
I can imagine.
It's way more
I'm sure
motion options.
Don't get me
everything
wrong.
you say. No, fuck you. Everything you say when it comes to arena fighters, it's not the Naruto Ninja Storm. Because
they all play the same.
You think every arena fighter is Ninja Storm, and it makes me so mad.
Okay, because which one is Power Stone?
What Power Stone is Power Stone, and then, you know what? No, here
they're saying Kung Fu Chaos. Where's Kung Fu Chaos?
The dead one. Fuck Kung
Give
Fu
me
Chaos.
Kung Fu
Fuck
Chaos.
Kung Fu Chaos.
Give me my Kung Fu
Give
Chaos.
me the Titty Ninja Girl. Anyway, so Dissidia exists. Square Enix isn't doing anything really wrong. I think they're one of the companies that still can garner some goodwill, along with Nintendo killing it like recently.
God, Nintendo. I can't be mad at Nintendo right now.
I put those guys in my good book.
Not
right now. Not right now. Obviously, Nintendo's been mad shitty in the past.
Right now, they're pretty good. And honestly,
really nice.
I know I missed the Smash Cast, but I gotta say, Ultimate is it's a different beast.
Ultimate's pretty nice.
It's pretty.
Nice.
You know what? They fixed a lot of the problems from Wii U. Characters are living longer. Things feel solid. Do you know how they fixed jabs in that game? Have you ever just like in Smash 4 when you would just like pop out of the jab? Now, all jabs have fixed zero knockback. Do you know how good? And it feels like a real fighting game when you're doing a jab because they don't go anywhere. They just stay there and take the hit, and it's like, The game feels so good. Everything feels so heavy. When you connect with Ganon's back air, it's like a fucking pimp ass slap to a real hoe, and it's just
I've talked about this, about how Smash Ultimate has the most satisfying impact.
It's got that
Smash
fighting game impact,
get-go.
and it's just ooh.
Man, fuck you. Back in Evo, you said you didn't like that.
The fighting game impact? I love the fighting game impact. What are you talking about?
No, when we talked about that. So after we got off the demo kiosk, I was like, man, I love seeing like characters go flying and like all the stop stuff.
Though
and, like,
specifically, what I did not like was the smoke effect. And I still don't like it.
Yeah, you're right.
I still don't like it.
I
love the stop. I love the stop impact. That's my favorite thing in any fighting game. However,
I'm glad we agree on that. However, the fart trails.
The fart trails, I cannot stand, and I still cannot stand it. Patch fart trails. You know what? You can get rid of them in the pause menu when you go into. Can we take a hot second and talk about Smash Ultimate's camera mode?
I have no experience.
So, two things. One, they directly ripped off of Project M's free camera mode. Just number one.
It's fully
free, Z access and everything. Number two.
Oh, good job, PM, paving the way.
Japan apparently, and I guess I'm assuming this is from Japan Twitter because Japan does cute, like they do stuff. I'm sure you've read this about the curry item.
Yeah, the little curry blush.
The curry blush, and then you can turn off the effects, the fight effects. So they're just blushing and like covering their skirts.
I see like little blush Lucina. It's amazing.
It's really cute. And
so
now
awesome.
what they're doing,
Smash pictures have gotten better.
So now there are filters on the Smash camera, and you can take pictures. And people are like making little selfies with the characters and doing like little collages, and it's really cool what they're doing. It's a whole nother chunk of Smash that wasn't there before. That's there now.
Yeah.
And it's something. It's just what Smash can do. I say this every time a new Smash game comes out.
Yeah.
Every time there's this new Smash game, it changes the world. I feel like, or like when a new Pokemon game comes out, there's world peace for a day, you know, like just within the internet community, there's just pure bliss for like a day. And I think games like Smash, games like Pokemon, man, remember like the first week Pokemon Go came out? That's like how it felt when Smash came out the first day. Just
and I honestly, I'm gonna extend that. Like, I still feel like Ultimate is bringing people like so much joy.
Oh my god!
Like I see on Twitter,
the anime FGC trying to learn Smash. The
AFG. Did I ever send you that fucking always?
No, I saw it though, but I've seen it.
I get it's fucking great. The AFGC tries to learn Smash, and I'm like, yay! I'm glad I've been playing Smash long enough to not be in that boat.
So like when you take Guilty Gear Pros. Like, so the past Wednesday, I was playing a bunch of Guilty Gear Pros, and I get my ass beat at Guilty Gear, but I whip out the Smash. I'm like, who wants to catch these hands? And of course, they all want to try. They all have kind of a bit of the fundamentals.
New, it's fresh.
And just
somebody's been playing.
It feels so good. It feels so good to beat these people who are pros in something else. But when you take them to your own game, and it's just like, you'll learn. And it's so good, man. Shout out to my boys.
It's It's really nice to be a bully.
It's like a baby knows how to handle a sword better than you do, and you're like, you know what, baby? Let's play some soccer or something,
You
and
know
you
what,
just
baby?
stomp them.
Here's a
You
fucking.
put on your cleats.
Hey,
You put on
baby,
your
here's a
cleats.
gun.
Just rub their ankles into the ground.
No, hey, baby has a sword. You give baby a gun, and he can't hold it.
He
That's
can't
what
pick
you
it up.
did. Baby
I'm
can't
like, oh,
hold
I'm sorry.
baby can't hold the gun, and you have the gun.
We're
There you
having a
go.
duel now.
Also, I'm fucking looking at Kage. Holy shit!
Oh yeah,
Have you seen
that's
like the
what I was
picture
trying
of
to tell you
him?
about. Okay, so let's
Okay,
segue
yeah,
into Street
we're gonna
Fighter real
back to
quick.
fighting games. Yeah,
Um,
fuck Activision Blizzard. Back to
back to
fighting
real
games.
fighting games. So,
Oh my god!
like
Holy
I'm gonna say,
shit,
less than an hour
that's
ago,
so cool.
Kage released. I don't know if it was on purpose with the update of Street Fighter V. We're heading into season 4 for the new year. Oni Ryu, aka Kage,
It is, yeah, it's
looking tight.
something.
I don't know if there's gameplay available. I don't know
So
what he is.
I'm gonna give you my take. When you told me a little bit about this because you kind of like discovered it and then went in on giving me info about this like SF5.
Oh,
like,
everybody has a
drop.
second V skill now. Like things are crazy.
When you said Kage, oh shit! Everybody has
Everyone's
a second
getting
V
their
skill?
second V skill. Everyone got it. So
Oh my god!
this is volume 4. Now we're in season 4. Yeah.
My interest in Street Fighter V has been fully renewed now that everyone has a new V skill. I am now interested in like 90% of the cast. Because my main issue is that almost everyone, I don't like any of the V skills in the game anymore. Like I've never really enjoyed any of them. If I'm being completely honest,
Kage might get a Dalsim float or a flight capability. It looks like he's gonna have some air movement.
That sounds rad.
As far as I know, we're not sure. So
give me my Zamasu.
No.
cancels.
You know how Oni had like the air dash in 4?
Oh yeah, like
he might be getting something like that. And they gave
dope.
Fang a like a, I don't even know what to call it. He has an air dash. It's really goofy. It's a command. He has a commander dash.
Like is it like it's like a version of his super, but it's command dash?
No, it dips down and then dips back up. Like it's like a floaty. It's like a floaty swoop. So yeah, new Street Fighter V stuff.
The characters I want to know.
Buffs and nerfs all around.
Fuck is Ken's other V skill? Give me.
I have not a clue. It just came out an hour ago. You're gonna have to download and find out.
I'm gonna have to download and find out. I want to know Ken's new V skill. I want to know Sakura's new V skill. I want to know Alex's new V skill. Those are my 3.
I'm looking at G and I'm looking at Birdie. That's all I got.
Yeah, man. Ever since like, if I never stopped playing Birdie, I'd be fucking god tier right now.
I mean, I love Birdie too. Birdie's got that shit though. He's got that good. He's just got great spacing.
If I scroll like through my Twitter long enough, I can find all of my rage quit videos of when I played SF5 of people rage quitting on me. It's glorious, man.
That's amazing.
Like before I put out fucking Dragon Ball Tech, I think
you're the only person. Don't
videos.
You have a 0 to death for like every character at this point?
Almost. I don't have one for Hit.
I'll find it for you.
I'm not gonna pick up.
I'm sure someone's made it.
Yeah, okay.
I think Hit was a popular enough character in like week
some.
1 that someone made it.
My Zamasu one is pretty tight though. I like Zamasu a lot.
Guys, check out Alex's Twitter if you play DBZ because he's got the most creative fucking combos I've ever seen. For like the touch of death.
I try
shit.
it. No, really... they're all really applicable. I mean, the only applicable ones are Vegito and Zamasu.
The Vegito one is like you can do that. Like, is that a mid screen? With like 3 meter?
It's actually 1 bar. If I have 1 bar and I could get you into corner with, it's Vegito, best corner carry in the game.
Yeah, so it's
if
free.
You're like even a little bit close to the corner, I can make.
Does it
work.
Require burst?
Yeah, you have to.
Okay.
Without sparking though, because I do have a without sparking variant. I could still get like 85, 89.
That's disgusting.
So it's like, hey, guess what? If I've accidentally touched you once and didn't convert it into something else, and you get hit by my like a corner combo, I can still.
That's ridiculous.
But I would need like that without sparking. I would need at least like 2 bars, 2.5. But Vegito builds crazy meters.
It doesn't even matter. That's right.
I'm usually above that if I'm starting with him. But I play Team Fusion anyway. And so let's not go into Dragon Ball.
Okay, no, there's not a lot of Dragon Ball news outside of what Christmas colors anyway.
Yeah, Christmas colors, Christmas stamps, Christmas avatars. I'm currently running around as Reindeer Krillin, but you know.
That's beside the point.
Oh God, I have some Krillin stuff that I would love to.
What else we got?
I imagine a world where, like, if I lived, like, if I roomied with you, there would be times when I literally walk down the hallway and I go, "Hey, come here," and I would just I would make you come into the room, sit you down for a second, and be like, "Check out this Krillin shit," and I would do some rad fucking Krillin shit. Then I feel like
Colleen already does it. She already does it. She calls me over.
She has Krillin tech? No.
She has Arc tech, where she can, like, she's figured out ways in the Arc survival to, like, she can carry a bird while it simultaneously picks her up and just fly anywhere. But, like, in first person. Shit. And so she can do all this stuff.
What's she playing that
PS4.
on? Okay,
because so she can do some, like, goofy glitch first person shit, but anywhere, if that makes sense. She can just fly anywhere.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Well, Ark's a game with a lot of holes that are meant to be filled by you.
So yeah, no, she loves that game. She, you know, apparently mechanosaurs can lay eggs. It's crazy.
I mean, hey, defy God.
So while we're on the subject,
well, let me just drop this. Hey, PSA, don't buy Ark for Switch. It's a fucking mistake.
Is it a?
Yeah, it's horrible. It is one of the worst ports I've ever seen.
Considering it's like one of those weird online games that require, like, it's like a Minecraft server of sorts, right?
It's not even that. It's the game looks horrible. Like, textures are just jacked.
Well,
like, it's not even that, like,
it's
the
supposed to be
like
one of those games we get to have it, like, highly optimized anyway. To look good or decent.
If it's being put on console, like, it's the job of the developer and, like, to be able to optimize it.
It doesn't even look that good on PS4.
The game wasn't optimized. Well, yeah, it's because it's like kind of an early access, like, shindigs, like, but now they're, you know, wanted more money, so they put the full release stick chop. I don't know. I don't have a good relationship with how Ark handles stuff.
I don't
especially
like
the
Ark
Switch port
at
has
all.
been worse.
Whenever Colleen calls me over for Ark stuff, I roll my eyes and I go, "All right, what is it now? Let's go. Show me the shit you broke now." And she's figured out how to
show me the broken.
She's figured out how to make pygmy stegosauruses. I don't fucking know. Like,
I guess.
Did you know that if you put a dinosaur in like, if you make a baby and it grows too big for the room it's in, it just instantly dies?
Fuck, that's how real life works, dude. Like, I don't know
like, if I put a baby in a box.
If I grow to the size of my room, I'm gonna fucking die.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I mean, you will too. We all will.
I mean, that's what I saw anyway. I don't know if it died from hunger or what, but it touched the ceiling and just fucking collapsed. I'm like, holy shit.
That's amazing. That's the best.
Like, what the fuck are you
doing? Some Skyrim mod
What are you doing in here?
Anyway.
It's great.
Anyway. Fucking great. So, yeah, hey, cool. Street Fighter V next season looking super promising.
God. I'm a little hyped. I don't even play Street Fighter V that much, but I'm a little hyped.
I'm a decent... yeah, hey, me too. But you know what? That's fighting games.
All I want.
And you as well.
So two things. If one of two characters gets in the Street Fighter V, I will play them dedicated. I will ask you to guess.
Yes, I have
Give me your one. Give me your one.
You can give me your two. Give me your one. You can actually
I will go first. I'll go first with my one, and then I want you to guess my other one. My first one?
Okay, fine.
Dan.
First one
is Dan. If Dan gets in, I'm in.
Well, shit. I wish you didn't put the easy one out because
I was gonna guess Dan. No.
Okay, I know your other one. I know your other one though.
I'm gonna guess yours.
Ready?
Is it an older character? Is it a character from 4?
She is in 4.
Oh, you gave me a she. Oof. Is it Elena?
I play her.
Or Ellen?
No. What the fuck?
I don't know. Shit.
No. Dude, I only play fucking Makoto and
Makoto. I forgot about Makoto. Where the fuck's Makoto? Oh my god.
Where the fuck is Makoto? That's me.
I got you.
I would be hardcore into Street Fighter V.
Man,
was in. I only
her playstyle is not even in the game, is it?
I can't believe you.
Where the fuck's Makoto?
I can't believe you completely lowballed
I lowballed it super hard. I'm so sorry.
That's fine. You haven't been playing Third Strike as much. So your other one is Hakan.
Yes, it is.
By the way.
It is Hakan.
I know. See, look,
My
I'm a good
oily
friend,
daddy.
and I know
I'm
that.
sorry. It's been a minute.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's okay. It's been a minute. You just completely threw me under the bus by like saying I was a Helena player. What am I, the scum of the
Ella,
earth on Street Fighter
that would
4?
make you a very impressive player, considering she's like the worst in the game. In
She.
Third Strike, I'm sorry, Third Strike, she's worst.
Oh
I
yes, I
apologize.
was about to lose
I'm
my
so
shit. I was
sorry.
like,
I should
Brandon,
have I should
whoa,
have made that very
whoa.
clear. In
Okay.
4,
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
decent.
No, Elena in third.
Okay.
Yeah, Elena. She's fucking god tier. She killed Street Fighter 4.
Timeouts killed Street Fighter 4.
Healing. Okay, yeah, healing killed Street Fighter 4.
Healing.
Yeah, no, you're right though. She is pretty ass in Street Fighter 3. It'd be cool to have an Elena, but no, I love Makoto. Makoto's one of my favorite Street Fighter characters, right next to Poison.
Man, Makoto would make a great Street Fighter 5 character, wouldn't she?
Makoto would make an amazing Street Fighter 5
God,
character.
her V skill would be like a parry, but like a good parry.
Oh, God. Dude, no, her V skills ready?
The dash?
I got this. Her V skills. Yes, her V skills the fucking dash.
Okay.
I want it to be a command dash, but instead of it being like Ken's run, it's a fucking like Makoto like get in dash that I could cancel into like maybe certain moves.
Okay.
And or make it her choke.
Oh, you know who should be in 5? I think. Okay, tell me right now, you don't want
Sea Viper. Sea Viper should be in 5.
Her and Rose are all but confirmed.
Be in 5. Her, yes, both of them should be in 5. Even though we have Minot, I do.
We're talking about Third Strike. How badly do you want a 3D model of Necro?
Oh,
yeah.
I want a 3D model of Necro. I want a 3D model of Oro.
Oh, Oro too. God, I think Oro is also all but confirmed. But I haven't seen leaks.
Yeah, he's
I haven't been looking at the leaks that much, you know.
Yeah. Well, we will know soon enough. I'm sure Capcom Pro Tour is still going. It's literally going on
right now,
right
and they're gonna release. They're gonna talk about Kage. They're gonna talk about other
by the end of it, they're gonna show a trailer for Kage, and but it's literally like fucking. I believe it's like Kuma and like Itabashi Zangief, fucking like going at it right now. Which I think the reset is fucking like just now happening. If I have it like slightly.
We already talked about. And speaking of Kuma, we've already talked about Panda winning Japan.
Yeah, we talked
Evo.
about Panda winning.
Or not Japan, Tekken World Tournament.
Tekken World Tournament. Yeah, that's a little old hat, but hey,
Tekken like World I said, I missed a week. I apologize. A lot of shit I won. I missed a week.
I know you're living.
I'm living in the past.
Living in the past. It's fine. But hey, yeah, no, something cool. You know, that you know what that speaks to me? That speaks to me of hey, guess what? Do you play a character? Do you really have passion for playing that character? You can do it
because. I don't even think tier list and Tekken really exist.
Shitting
because I feel like everyone's got some shit.
Decently
you know?
balanced.
Everyone's got some stuff.
Yeah, everyone can do something. I mean, a Panda won World Tour.
Yeah,
so
Jesus, there you go.
Like I that's one of the stories where I'm like, hell yeah, dude. Because I watched like the finals. I watched like the pop off, and the guys and everyone was just like, yes, like this guy.
Like you can't you even call him a low tier warrior. You know, when you bring a character,
he's just
like he's just like take that shit out. There's no excuses. That dude earned it.
Yeah.
There's no like, he fucking earned it.
Fuck
me. What was the other guy using? Devil Jin, like tier 0 Devil Jin. Like, come on.
Yeah, no. Devil Jin's actually pretty good in Tekken 7.
That's what I'm saying. Tier 0, like broken as like.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, the Devil Jin's pretty fucking good. Also, the reset just happened at fucking Pro Tour. Holy shit.
Now we have to wait.
Are you ready? A fucking Abigail is going to fucking take CPT.
Yeah, no, I've been watching. I've been following feeds on Facebook.
Like Itabashi Zangief's a good player, but like I would much rather have Gachi-kun with his fucking Rashid take it.
But the problem is with the Abigail, you're allowed 2 mistakes.
You are. You really are. If you make
Abigail
2 mistakes,
does 40% combos with ease. It's a fucking shame.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked. And even then, he can vortex you into stun,
which is
like
it's like 2 combos. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked. Anyway, we won't live unless something insane happens after the Capcom Pro Tour. We won't live talk about it. We will now move on.
Go ahead.
So
excuse me.
I have a big reveal.
Big reveal. Yeah,
I have an announcement.
You were talking about something you were holding for me. Let's hear it.
I've been holding something, and I'm gonna drop it on the table right now.
And you're positive I haven't heard about it.
Listen, I just dropped it on the table. Okay, listen. I want you to look down at the
I'm looking.
table. This is a lot of Granblue shit.
Oh, really?
I'm
I
sorry.
knew, but I already knew. We talked
I
about
am
it.
now complete. No, but I didn't know what Granblue was. I am now completely in on Granblue fantasy.
How did you not? I don't understand.
No, I went from knowing nothing to knowing everything.
But
I now
did you
know.
did you download the
I now
mobile
watch
app
the
and put
anime.
$200
I
into it?
now play. You can't. No, you can't download the mobile app because it doesn't have. It has 0 English release. But what you can do is play the Japanese version and put the English fucking
Yeah.
subtitles on it, which I did. Yeah, so I'm playing through a browser, on my phone, and I have it bookmarked, and I'm in. I will not be able to spend money. It's easily the best part of it, being an American playing Granblue Fantasy, because you'd have to do a lot of shit through a lot of Japanese means. So if I ever do get the hankering, I don't have the patience or the know-how
Don't
to be able
don't
to do that
don't be
properly.
the don't. You're the whale that they've fished for. You're the dolphin.
No, but I'm the whale that like can't like I don't have teeth, so I can't like bite
You don't.
anything.
You're not okay. So tell me.
And plus, like we've also talked about this, I have a amazing ability to never have to pay anything in a gacha game and play it
That's fair.
still.
Tell me how you. So you said you started watching an anime.
I've started watching the Granblue Fantasy animation. Yeah,
Okay, is it good?
it's actually
Can you
pretty
tell
good.
me about
Like I'm,
Tiny Queen?
can I tell you about Charlotta?
Yes. Yeah,
Charlotta?
I don't know.
Charlotta. It's Charlotta.
Charlotta.
Yes, I can tell you about Charlotta. It's she's pretty fucking awesome.
Good, because I like her a
All
lot.
so we're gonna go in. I'm
Go
gonna
in.
go in.
Let's hear it.
It's legit.
Game looks great.
I
Game looks like a better Guilty
I
Gear.
will now talk about Granblue Fantasy Versus, a new fighter from the amazing, awesome, astounding, talented Arc System Works. It is going to be a one-on-one versus game, fighting game, and it is going to indulge in the characters from the Granblue Fantasy universe. This game looks amazing. There's no way to sugarcoat it. This is easily Arc System Works' best looking game.
It looks.
They have gone away from the cell shaded styles of Guilty Gear and
I was
Dragon
about
Ball,
to mention.
and have now gone for clean,
I mean,
like
actual
really
text.
stylized
So like
3D
the
models.
3D models still, it's at that frame rate of like the Guilty Gear, but like the textures.
Well, cinematic.
The textures are just
like
they're real textures, but it still has that feel. It still has the anime feel. It's got the design, but the textures are like it just looks so good. It looks great.
It is insane how much like it blows my mind to think Arc System Works is never going to be stagnant. They will keep
they're just
improving.
fucking killing it. This year
they are just improvement.
The Dragon Ball Z fighters come out at the beginning of 2018 or like.
So Dragon Ball Fighters came out at the beginning of 2018.
2018,
and now we're going into 2019 with like this.
The thing with Granblue Fantasy, as far as I know, or they do, like it's like the same thing with like Brave Exvius, like or Brave Frontier. These Japanese mobile games are popular enough that they're constantly doing crossovers, right? Constant crossovers between Japanese mobile app games. You've never heard so like Granblue Planet.
No, I know. I'm saying I've looked in and researched this. No, the Granblue's never really crossed over.
Granblue is crossed over with Shadowverse. Granblue is crossed over with Brave Frontier.
Not into Granblue though.
No, nothing has
been crossed over into other
nothing
series.
has come into Granblue.
Yeah.
But Granblue has spread out. Right? Okay.
Yeah.
So with the amount of crossover potential that I'm seeing, what are the odds of getting either more mobile app games, either bleeding into this new Granblue fighting game, or hear me out, other mobile app games or other things of this kind, where you have either a mobile app game or an anime that becomes a mobile app game, but getting the fighting game treatment, or like actual console video game treatment?
0. Because almost all of this is being funded by Cygames, who were already a pretty established. So like I'm gonna go into the like history of what the fuck Granblue is and why it's like
Why
getting
it's
this
getting
kind
the
of attention
Okay,
now.
go ahead.
Yes. So, because yeah, that, like I said, I kind of went in as soon as I saw that Arxis was working on this and like how amazing it looks. I had to do research to see. I'm like, is this something I can get into? Turns out it is. Um, so what it is like it's made by it's the game. It's like pretty much to my record, the biggest thing that the company Psy Games has put out, and they are a Japanese, obviously a Japanese only company that when they made Granblue Fantasy, they set out to make a full blown RPG. Like this was not a mobile game to begin with. This was a full blown release, and it ended up being something that they pivoted into making a mobile game, like because that was kind of what their studio was founded towards,
right.
And it turned from being like, okay, we'll go from, like our older games, like Rage. They put out like I think it's called Rage of Bahamut, which was like a small a little action RPG. They did some Idolmaster like work, and for Bandai Namco, I believe as well. And then Granblue was their first like huge thing, and it was an RPG that they just made, and it's fully get this, it is a mobile game that is fully voice acted right now, and also has like a fantastical art, is turn based with an interesting battle system,
Yeah,
and
like
has
I've never heard a bad thing about it.
It's a game. Yeah, it blew my mind. It like when I played it because I was like, okay, time to get in and see if this is gacha garbage. And it kind of took me by surprise by being like, this is like a game to me. Like I feel like I'm engaging in an RPG.
Right. That's good.
And also, you mentioned Shadowverse earlier. I think that's also Psy Games. So that's just an
in-house.
It's just a collaboration.
Oh my god!
Yeah, that's an in-house like
so
crossover.
Psy Games. So I'm gonna pull up a list of Psy games, just to see the potential, because if.
Like I said, I believe that they have like the four that I know they've worked on is like Rage of Bahamut was like their first thing. I know they did an Idolmaster game, and then it was like Granblue Fantasy was the big kicker, and then Shadowverse happened a little later. That's I bet they've done contract work for a bunch of other
Shadowverse,
stuff. Oh, I know where I've heard of them before.
Connect.
They worked on Dragalia
they're doing Dragalia
for Nintendo.
I was about to say that.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, because I've played that on my phone
just Shadowverse, Dragalia Lost. There's Lost Order. Not a lot. Really. So I think Granblue Fantasy might be their biggest one.
Like I said, they've done contracting work for like other ones, but in terms of their like in-house,
they had
like,
a Saint
projects,
Seiya
it's like
mobile game.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know about
a lot of these are Japanese only, so it's like
so
a lot of them also have
sense.
closed servers now. Like they had a Tiger and Bunny game. Yeah.
Really? How damn.
Granblue Fantasy right now is the biggest. Battle Champs. Princess Connect servers closed.
So yeah, Psy Games is like really doing it, which is awesome. Obviously, the big thing is that they're co-developing with like amazing people like Arc System Works, and it's astounding. Like I cannot wait. I'm gonna be real. It's like Granblue Fantasy versus is like it's looking to be.
By the way,
one
I
of
have
my
really bad news for you.
Most anticipated.
So,
except I also have bad news for me.
So, in-game purchases. When you're going through the everything, so it's supported by PayPal or Google Play. It'll just auto convert.
Yeah. Well, I don't have I didn't set it up so that it has.
So never set that up. You'll be fine.
It's fine.
So go on with what you were saying.
Well, I'm already fine. Like I said, I don't need.
Wait a second.
It's very generous. What?
Granblue Fantasy. So did you know that Platinum Games is also working on a Granblue Fantasy game?
That's also on. That was going to be the next thing on the list.
Oh fuck! I apologize.
Yes. Granblue Fantasy Relink was going to be the next project, but let's not
segue yet. I got you. There's still stuff to talk about.
No, well, there's still more. Yeah, because another thing that I'm pretty sure you don't know about is that there was an interview at the I believe at like this Granblue like big convention that went down with the main one of the creators at Psy Games, and he talked a little bit about Granblue Fantasy Versus. and I would like to reiterate some of the translations.
Let's hear it.
Because this now let it be said, this is not diminishing my excitement for the game. I'm still very anticipating, like, enjoying it, and if it doesn't get brought over to the States, I will just buy a Chinese or Japanese copy and play subtitled.
I really think it'll get brought. I was talking to someone else about this.
I think the fact that the game is fully translated anyway, like, for the mobile game, like, it has an English audience.
Like, Granblue already has an English translation. Though, not only do I think it'll get at least subtitles, but it's gonna be brought to the West. Like, Arc System Works it's too big. Side Games is also just too big. Also, Dragalia Lost is going through Nintendo. Like, there's no reason for them not to bring it to the West.
I think that the biggest worry for me personally is that we won't get it for a while, though. Like, it's coming out in Japan in 2019. Will we get it, like, 2 months later? Will we get it 3 months later?
That
like,
sounds.
Do I
like,
still?
How long?
If it's 2 months, I can wait. If it's like 4 months or 6 months out, I will be importing.
Jeez, what you?
Like, if it already, I've imported games.
I know that, but I'm just saying.
Because it's a fighting game.
I like fighting games as much as the next guy, but to go that hard,
not as much as
you apparently. I'm not gonna import a game.
Yeah, I've fucking imported JoJo All-Star Battle. You.
I remember that.
Yeah, like, easily.
Game was good though.
And I've imported. It's awesome. And I've imported I've imported games because I want to play them. I don't, and if it has the English translations, I'll go for it.
Okay.
Completely, because it's about playing the game. And then hell, even if it's that good, I will get the English release when it drops to be able to play it again. Yeah, I know. I'm a big support, like, things that I believe in, but Granblue Versus is, like, kind of starting to be a little bit shaky on the belief front because this translation kind of throws some red flags.
Let's hear it.
So I'm going to read it to you list by list. So this is just some notes about the Granblue Versus. It is not a combo game like Guilty Gear.
That's good.
So
I like that.
That's something. I'm assuming that they mean, like, not extremely elongated combos, since arc games are kind of Guilty Gear and Dragon Ball are pretty combo heavy.
My sweet spot for games when it comes to fighting games and combos, if a character is combo focused, like a ninja-like character, if they have 12 hit combos, so be it. I think on average, combos shouldn't go more than, like, 6 or 7 hits on average.
Yeah.
I think that, and, grapplers got their, 3-4 hits. And then the higher end should top off at, like, 11 or 12, I don't think, like, Guilty Gear's got, like, 30 hit combos, all separate button presses. That it raises the skill ceiling, or even Dragon Ball Fighters. That's, those are just block strings, And then you get your hit confirmed.
When you get a hit, it changes
completely,
the game. Like,
right.
You now.
So I think lowering the actions per minute ceiling, specifically the combo ceiling, it's the same.
Yeah,
so they went from Street Fighter 4 to Street Fighter 5. They lowered the combo ceiling, and I think that lent more to some characters. I'm gonna say to the majority of the game is less like input focused. You know what I'm saying? It's more about the.
I think it's less. I think what you're looking at is, like, it's less. It's more free roam to having leniency, because there were, like, insane combos in Street Fighter 5. You just had to be one frame links.
No, in Street Fighter 5, there's nothing.
Excuse me, in 4.
In 4, one frame links.
Yes, I meant 4 completely. Like, if you had the skill for 4's, like, insanely strict combo system with some characters, it's like you could pull out some jaw-dropping shit. But 5, you're right, it kind of normalized that.
And so if they're going to do that like, if you're going from, like...
For Granblue.
I'm all on board. That's a plus.
Yes. Okay. So, big thing, not a combo game. Some people that will scare. For me, I believe it just means that it's going to be... the game will allow other people to play, instead of being like, hey, did I just get a hit with Vegito? You don't get to play. Right. Yeah. So next on the ticker for the Granblue interview is, it is going to try to be accessible to players who only play the mobile game and people not used to fighting games.
That is interesting.
That is an interesting way of wording it. I think that just means they want it to be really, open-ended and accessible.
I think what that means...
But the next one is what kind of Well,
Okay,
let
go
me.
ahead.
We don't need to take a
Every
hit
single.
on
I
each
got you. I
one.
got you. Go
Like we
ahead.
can,
I'll let you
yeah.
roll through them.
So because the next one kind of goes into next one. Well, next one goes in tandem with the trying to be
Gotcha.
accessible. So I'll read. Trying to be accessible to players who only play mobile games, the people not used to fighting games. The game will have one button special moves.
Okay.
So this is a concern that like the main concern from them is that one concern that they have is that some people who have never touched a PlayStation may not know where like the triangle button is, and they like so instead they will have like action and tactical depth that will satisfy obviously veterans and people who understand fighting games, utilizing Arc System Works experience with that kind of stuff, but they are going to like try to cater as well to the massive audience of people who will not be familiar with these like quote unquote esports games and make it confused as to like what's happening. So they want the game to be easier to understand. So a slower speed with like simple combos. Um, and honestly, like when I read this stuff, because that was all like kind of almost word for word, I paraphrased a little bit. But when I read this stuff, all I'm hearing is like people always say this. Like for games, they really always try to push like, hey, yeah, we're going to be open, we're going to be welcoming. And I think the thing that's just scaring a lot of people right now is they want to cater to mobile game players and like people who haven't touched a PlayStation controller, and it's like that fear that makes veterans shit the bed.
Right.
But
well,
in the reality, they're just talking about the rest of the Granblue audience for people who it's like they've played mobile games and like people who do get into the game that haven't played a PlayStation in a while but want to because of Granblue. We want to make sure they are catered to.
What I'm hearing when they say that, when you say veterans, you just mean people who've been playing fighting games. Okay.
Yes, veterans and people who.
So would you consider like you and me veterans to the fighting game? Up
to fighting games in general.
Like we play.
Do I think that we could pick up a? Okay, here's how I will put it because I want to use the term veteran loosely. Do I think that we could pick up a fighting game and be better than the average person who picks up a fighting game?
Okay.
Yes, because we've played enough
that we have
variety.
The fundamentals. Right.
Yes, like specifically, and obviously, over some advantages over other ones. You'd be better picking up like a platform fighter, whereas I would be better picking up a arena/anime fighter.
Okay.
And that's like that's the kind of like duality. It's like we each have our specialities, but in general for fighting games, I think because we understand fundamentals, we understand what to look for. You and I know what a meter is. You and I know what a guard break is. Like that. That's what I mean when it says veterans.
So back to what I was gonna ask, or what I was gonna talk about. When they're talking about the one button specials, I'm gonna assume that's an optional thing. So you know how there is in Guilty Gear stylish mode, or in other Arc System.
Yeah, and and then there's tactical.
I'm gonna assume that that's what they mean. That for beginners, here's something that will let you do cool stuff. Not the optimized cool stuff. Like, auto combos in Persona in the Persona arena.
Yes.
I'm assuming that you're going to be able to do these one-button combos, end with a one-button special, and that'll be your combo. It's not optimized, but it looks cool to people who haven't played fighting games. Then you're going to have your technical.
I would prefer.
That allows you the full control of your character, And I think that I've always thought that was fine. Because I've been bodied by someone who can just mash a button in certain so in Guilty Gear Stylish, May can do shit. Her damage output in Stylish for some reason is retarded high. So if you get opened up by some random person using Stylish with May, you just get opened up and you lose half your bar. You lose half your health. It's ridiculous. So if they make it Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. No, it's okay. I was just gonna come in with saying that I don't think it'll be like that.
Me neither.
Because even that, that kind of, I think that kind of goes against what they're trying to pitch. Like, it's having two styles is already gonna alienate people. Like, because they will be like, well, which one do I pick? Which one's everyone else playing with? Which one this? Which one this? You're already gonna cause confusion. They want to streamline it so much that I believe that they are just going to put one button specials into the game.
If
they do that, this is, if they do that, now this is another thing. People hear one button specials kind of freak out. One button specials have been in other games, and they have been successful in integration and making the games interesting. Q Rising Thunder, Q Pocket Rumble, Q Fantasy Strike. One button specials are not.
How many of those games are what I'll call AAA fighters, though? Every single one of those are indie games. So for a AAA company like Arc System,
but they've done it right.
So for a AAA company like ours, and I'll call them a AAA company, fighting game company, like I know they're not, but like for a in the mainstream
standard, if you want to
in the mainstream fighting game company that is specialized for them to do a one button special only fighting game. That is
it'll obviously have like other avenues, but like
my point is for specials to be on one button, and for it to be I'll call it a simplified fighter. For them to make that decision, and for them to make that gamble, knowing that they have hardcore players that are looking to look at this as a new Arc System fighting game, that is a massive gamble, and I don't know if it'll pay off.
I think they could pull it off. I think that if anyone can pull it off, it'll be Arc System.
I mean, I agree. Don't get me wrong.
Let me keep going because there are a couple more things. So next on the docket is like difficult things that may be hard to understand by newbies will happen at very limited instances. So there they kind of actually dip into the fact that this game can get like, intense. Like it's not all going to be, I could see that.
So the Arc System mechanics,
punch kick. So
okay.
Yes.
There's not three different kinds of burst.
Yes. We'll see. The main aim is stated they really aim to be like SF2, which I believe that's like that's another way of saying all encompassing, because that's what SF2
I'm not
kind
mad
of
at
is.
that. Okay. If they announce
that's
I'm not mad at that.
They want it to be open. They say that they want it to be like SF2. They want it to be all encompassing. Everyone can come in. Everyone can come play at some point. Hey, does your orchestra teacher play Chun-Li? Okay, fine, fight him. Like that kind of stuff. So the next is like, now this is going to be kind of crazy.
Okay.
So abilities and Ogi, which is like kind of a summon thing in Granblue, will be in there as specials and supers. So that will be.
So I'm assuming that certain characters have certain.
Yeah, certain abilities, certain Ogi to go with, which once again adds another layer that's like traditional complexity for anime fighting games, abilities and specials. And then the next one is they will have buffing and healing abilities that will be in the game.
That's cool.
So they will have, for an example, there will be things like Grand's Rage that can increase power gradually, while Catalina's Light Wall can give her super armor. So these effects will be based on things that happen in the game, like a triple attacks, heals, elements ups, etc. So they will have certain like RPG like mechanics. They didn't go into like where this will be used, because this could mean because actually surprisingly enough, Dragon Ball FighterZ has stuff like this where you can equip abilities to characters, but it's strictly in like arcade and in story mode and stuff. So it's coming from this is all coming from Cygames, by the way. Like this is not coming out of ArcSys.
Okay,
so I believe when we get actual like full on hands on gameplay, because the trailer we got was nice and you could see stuff. When we get hands-on gameplay, we'll start to learn more. And I think that on goodwill alone, I believe that ArcSys will handle this flawlessly, just from looking at the video. Like when you see the game Granblue Versus,
looks great.
It looks
great.
It looks like a fighting game. And I can't see like, even with all of these like simplistic and like these comments coming out of Cygames about how the game's going to be very accessible, that doesn't scare me. That makes me think, okay, cool, it's going to be easy to pick up and play, but also this is still an Arc System Works game, and I know that it will have the competitive scene it's going to deserve.
If I get a Fantasy Strike with Arc System polish, I can't be mad at that.
I agree.
That's good.
I will not be mad about that. I think that we're going to be looking, because right now, let's be real, we don't even know what the fucking button looks like. Like this could be a 4-button fighter, and guess what? If you want to know another game that has specials set to one button, Injustice and Dragon Ball have a button that's special.
Oh yeah.
That is dedicated.
Well, technically,
to, like,
technically,
we
Blaze
don't.
Blue has that too. You know.
Yeah, let's be real. Like, I think we could be just reading into it incorrectly because, like I said, this is a rough translation of what was said at the fucking.
I'm gonna guess that it's gonna have, like, like light and heavy, special, and what is it called? Ogi, which is like a summon.
That's like a. I thought that would probably be a meter move, dude. We don't know. Fucking know. It's gonna be. It's really exciting.
So if you're looking at who's the Dagger Boy?
Dagger Boy is Gran. Oh no, that's you're talking about like Twin Dagger Boy, right? Yeah, I don't know him yet.
So all the cool shit he was doing, like the cross ups and the flip flips,
all the Leo shit.
If that's all done with like one button, that's. I'm not mad at it, but it's also like, I don't want this to be a game where you just auto combo into a special and that's all you get. I want there to be like something. I like depth, but not too much.
I'm sure we're gonna see. The game was just announced, nail it.
So you can't look too deep into it.
It's literally like all this worrying is kind of jargon. I think what we can say is that for me, I'm extremely excited about it, and I'm extremely happy to be getting into.
I know nothing about Granblue,
because I've known people throughout,
but it looks great.
I've known people throughout my life telling me like, "Hey, you would like this thing," because I do like my hyper fantasies that have interesting and like enjoyable characters with like cool development and a decent and a really like not and a decent like jumping on point. Like I don't feel like I'm alienated like that with like other things like. Oh, I want to get into this, and it's like, oh yeah, have fun trying to get into Fate when there's like 50
you got into
Fate things. It's like cool
in a day.
Cool. Like... I have no interest in Fate, and it's like, and when I looked into Granblue, I was like, let me see what this is. Did some research, and I'm like, this seems really cool. Let me check it out, and now I'm in. I'm fucking in.
I will be honest though,
it was accessible.
If they ever did make a real Fates fighting game, and I'm talking about a real Fates fighting game, it would be dope. It would be dope.
I'd have no interest.
That hurts me because.
Oh wait, what is that? What does that fine print say? Oh shit! Oh, Arc System Works is working. Okay, well
you're in the Fates now. Thank you.
Yeah, that's all it needs, honestly. Arc. I'm such an Arc System mark ever since like Accent Core Plus, I believe on the PS3. Like
for me it was Blaze Blue. It was Blaze Blue for me.
I get that. If actually. For me, it was also the first Central Fiction. It was Blaze Blue, but I didn't know at the time. I only bought it because it looked
cool. That was the same reason. I was like, "What is this game, Blaze Blue?" I flipped it over. This is a fighting game.
The collector's edition.
I was like, "Oh my god!"
I still have the collector's edition DVD, dude.
Oh my god!
Fuck me.
And then I did the story mode. I'm like, "What is this? What is this deep story? You don't know what's going on. Nothing is explained."
Whoa. Yeah. What the fuck is Bang doing?
Who's this cat?
Oh,
Bang's trying to get with Lychee, who's like...
Boy, is Ragna a real cool guy. I like it. I like the cut of his
And then his...
Give me a Ragna the Blood Edge on
And then you figure out that the brother is also the sister, but he killed them. And the sister doesn't exist, actually.
And then you figure out that,
And then...
He's really into getting killed by his brother and trying to kill his brother.
The reset of the universe. Poochie, why'd you reset the universe? Because I wanted to save Blaze Blue.
I wanted to save Yuck. Anyway, fucking hell. So we hinted at this earlier. Eagle-eyed listeners will be able to tell where we're going next. That Granblue Fantasy is also getting a project called Granblue Fantasy Relink, and it is a game, action-oriented, that is by the generals, the gods of action games, in my opinion, Platinum motherfucking Games. This game...
I feel like it's going to look better than any Platinum game that has ever been made.
Because it has side games.
Because it's got the money, it's got the style.
Well, it's gonna look like hey, did you remember Revengeance? Do you remember Bayonetta 2? Hey, now we're gonna make a full blown fantasy RPG
not just
action
that.
game. And
it's so you're looking at excuse me, I didn't mean to tap.
Have you seen? There is gameplay.
There's gameplay of Relink. Okay, let me look at that. I'm looking it up right now. Wait.
Okay,
what's
so
our time
I will be. We are at...
Let's give it another 10 minutes
an
max.
An hour 15.
Because...
Yeah, we can do that.
I just want to look at this on the 0 volume because Granblue Fantasy Relink.
So there is like 15 minutes of gameplay, and I'm going to break
Does
it
it
down
look
for
better
you.
than Hyrule Warriors?
This
Okay.
Yes, this game is going to be Platinum Games Dragon's
This looks
Dogma.
like a fucking RPG. This is an action game?
Yeah, it's a This is an action RPG game that is going to have platinum combat and is going to be like Dragon's Dogma.
Why does it look so good already?
It looks so good.
Why does this looks like they're in the fucking Blight Town right now, and it looks amazing.
Dude, they're in fucking Blight Town right now. Okay, remember audio format. But like, oh my god. So this, if anyone knows, Dragon's Dogma is like an action game that is kind of oriented around exploration and like cool combat made by the Capcom team. This is now going to be a full-blown RPG.
Can you link this in the fucking description? Because
don't trust me. This is all getting
This looks great.
And it is going. Yeah,
I know nothing about Granblue Fantasy. Here's the combat. Here's the combat.
So,
you got action dodges.
Dude, trust me.
It has numbers.
You see some of these
it has numbers.
Spells.
I love numbers.
Yeah.
If you put numbers on the screen, I'll buy your game. Bet.
Did you ever play Dragon's Dogma?
Is that the one where you can like climb on the enemies? Yeah. I only liked it because you can climb and look like a fucking weirdo on the enemies.
Well, honestly, it's got some really good combat
this enemy
too,
looks
and
dope.
I'm gonna say
Atomic Warhorse.
I'm gonna say, dude, audio format.
You guys make sure you watch the video. Atomic Warhorse. It looks dope. I'm sorry.
Make sure to get the Atomic Warhorse in your.
Is that a boss bar? That's a health bar. This game's dope.
Yeah. Okay. So hey, guess what? This game's dope.
Can't argue.
Fucking so. Yeah, I'm
into Granblue now.
This is what
I play Granblue now. I'm downloading it as we speak.
Dude, I'm not even fucking kidding. That was me. Do you know the meme of like, no, Timmy,
don't look over, and you look over. I'm sorry,
like,
Mom. I'm a Granblue fan.
Mom. I'm already into Granblue. That was me, except my mom wasn't there, and
it was just you
going like, "What's that over there?" And then I turn to no one and I say,
I'm into Granblue now. And speaking of like just getting into things. I mean, I'm not trying to spoil next week or nothing, but at some point we gotta have a JoJo cast. At some point,
we will be branching, and so we're
doesn't have to be next week. Doesn't have to be next week. Doesn't have to be the week following. But the next big JoJo announcement, we have to have a JoJo cast.
Yes, I agree. We'll start implementing stuff. But like we're gonna stay on Relink for a little bit longer.
I got you.
I can't stress enough how cool this game looks.
Okay, so you know how Ni no Kuni is like, it's such a beautiful cinematic cel shaded wonderland. This game is
except
that,
the game's kind of just like mash a little bit.
And
has actual
combat. This game has the actual textures. No cel shading. This game doesn't even is real textures.
Dude, legitimately, like, are you ready for this?
Hit me up, please.
You haven't seen it. But like the Granblue anime.
I'm still watching it.
The Granblue anime.
She parried with a thunder
shield. Style.
She parried.
Dude, audio format. You piece of shit. The Granblue anime and like, Jesus Christ.
The Granblue anime.
The anime has an art style that is actually like delectable. Like they leave like bits between the characters' edges, so the whole thing looks like fantasy sketched. Like it looks like I'm watching.
Is it on Netflix or Crunchyroll?
It's on Crunchyroll, and it is worth checking out because when I saw the style that it was, because I was like, okay, let's see, and I saw like the little nuances in the animation when you watch it in like 1080p. I was infatuated. Like
we're Granblue cast now.
This right here, this episode is fucking Granblue cast because of how there was just so much Granblue news that came out, and now I guess.
You know what would make me so happy? If this game never touches PC. They'll never experience how good the game could look.
That's amazing. Yeah. I agree. Let's
just keep it up PS4.
I mean, I can't wait. I'm gonna play this on.
It's not gonna be fair.
Keep this on my PS4 Pro. I'm gonna play this in 4K and just be like, yes, fine. I can't wait. I love my Pro. It
Hey,
does it.
one last thing.
So the main
sorry,
thing,
you go ahead.
main,
Finish
but
up.
hey, right here, let's put a prayer. Let's put a prayer.
Oh,
Holy shit! Please let this come to the States.
yeah, that too.
Because I'm gonna fucking cry if we don't get Relink as well. Because it's like, yeah, we could kind of bet that Arc System Works is gonna make the push to bring Versus over, but Platinum Games, on the other hand, they don't.
Yeah.
It's a little shaky, and that would
Wait a
definitely
second,
take a
hold on.
longer time to like put it out.
Wait, so you don't think that? What game don't you think?
Do you remember how
I'm sorry,
long
Relink is coming to
for
PS4.
Anarchy Reigns?
Or the Relink is coming to America.
Is it?
So when they put out trailers like this,
you're right.
When they put out trailers like this,
it's been confirmed to be translated into several different languages, including English, on the official site.
Not just that, but like when they put out a trailer, you usually don't find like English titled trailers for games that aren't coming to, like, let me look up the Granblue Fantasy fighting game. What's it called? Just Versus?
So it's Granblue Fantasy Versus. So like legitimately though, I just found it on Destructoid. This will be the one I'm linking. They've said that Versus it is being translated
English in the fucking trailer.
They have English.
That's coming to America. Okay, come on, man.
It's only confirmed for Japan right now. We don't have confirmations for these, but what you're saying is that it's only a matter of
the Japanese katakana that the dead as looks like an F. Go forth.
It's not bad.
Sorry.
But yeah, like legitimately, if these games just have English subtitles and like I can just get them from fucking PlayAsia, I'm fine with that. I'm super fine with that. Like these look so amazing, and I cannot wait to play them in 2019. Like they are easily up there with Devil May Cry 5.
And how excited you are! I got
Hearts
you.
3.
Same.
Yes.
I don't know anything, like I said, but now I'm a fan.
Entered it.
Charlotta.
Now you're a fan. Yeah. Now try to get into it, and I think you'll feel the same as I do, as being like, this is a pretty cool hyper fantasy. Like I'm actually.
I love
because that's
super stylized armor dresses. That is my favorite.
Oh my god, you're gonna have. There are some girls in there that are like Charlotta's pretty alright. Like she's already awesome because she's a little tiny knight, a little tiny.
I like her
knight.
giant hat.
But I've seen. I like her hat that's gonna extend her hitbox so that she's not broken.
She needs it though. You're right.
she does, or we're gonna have a Yoda situation.
She's immune to grabs.
Yoda. Fuck you, Yoda. She's immune to.
All right, so I did want to say two things though. First thing.
Yeah.
I got it. Can I pour one out? Is that okay? Because I completely forgot to mention it.
Sure, go ahead.
Real quick. I don't mean to, real quick. I gotta pour one out for the super best friends. They broke up today. I know I'm putting us in a time capsule here when I say they broke up today, but I gotta pour one out.
I mean, it's
Moment
fine.
Of silence.
Yeah. Shoutouts to them. I love the super best friends. Honestly, I've been watching them since the beginning, and it has been a ride. I will try you kind of put it into a good avenue. Like we're gonna try to support them as we can individually. It can just be hard when there are so many different avenues and channels.
But
to keep track of that stuff.
Want to give a quick shout out to my boys,
will always. I will always be happy for what they did.
And
So, yeah. Hey, Kage has a trailer.
It's out. Okay, so
he's fucking dude. Holy shit! I never realized it, but Ryu's head.
It's on like a scarf. Yeah, it's dope.
Oh my god.
Okay, really quick.
Dude, he has.
Wait, don't ruin it. Don't ruin it. Audio only. Audio. Okay.
Audio only.
Also,
only.
It's
I'm
okay.
so sorry, everyone. I have to link
it. Link it. But also, the other thing I wanted to say was so. It's been confirmed that every new character coming to Smash Bros. For the DLC, they are guest characters, not Nintendo first party. What are the chances of a Arc System fighting game character being in Smash?
If you want to count it, like you could just say wait until P5A it comes out, and then there you go.
If they make P5A, I'm gonna cry for real. Because some of
cool,
those dudes.
But who knows? I mean, getting like Soul in Smash sounds fucking mind-boggling.
That can
but
happen.
I don't know.
A Guilty Gear in
we've
Smash
we've said, everyone is here. Everything is possible.
Joker. So the thing is, Joker broke the rules, like dead ass.
Joker didn't break the rules because he's still a video game character first.
That's not what I'm saying at all.
Okay. Because other people don't understand.
Okay, well that too, but what I'm saying is, out of all the Nintendo characters, who hasn't touched a Nintendo console?
No one. Everyone's been on a Nintendo console, including Joker. You're wrong.
What did Joker get?
Joker on. Has Colleen not told you about this?
Is it coming to Switch? P5?
No. Okay. Anyway, this is where you come to a true Persona fan who never lets anything get past him. Because I also had to inform Tim about this, and listeners of last week's podcast are also informed. All 26 of you, wink, wink, and I'll break it down. Joker is coming on an exclusive title to a Nintendo console. You won't be able to play it anywhere else, and it is Persona 5 focused, and it is called Persona Q2. It is a 3DS exclusive. Yep, not the answer you wanted, but the most realist one. You're fucking welcome.
It's not even out yet. Oh, boo.
That doesn't matter. By the time Joker comes out on Smash, Q2 will have been out.
I can't. You know what? I can't argue with that. Fuck me up, man.
Yeah, of course. It's factual. Like, what the fuck are you gonna say? Like, no one... Tim, our lovely friend, soon to be on the podcast, Tim said, he came to me and he was like, Alex, I hope you know the only reason that Joker's in there is because fucking Persona 5 Dancing in Starlight came out on the same day. And I'm like, actually, no. It's because he's the star of Q2. Yeah, I told him actually because you were all fucking wrong.
God. You know what's funny?
Feel free to
if I told her like, man, Joker's never.
Let me tell her.
Because if I told her, man, Persona's never been on a Nintendo console, she would do your bullshit and she would go, actually, Persona 2Q. I'm like,
go do it. I want to see if she will.
Okay, that's fine. I will.
Not right now. But we'll end it.
I'll let you guys know next week.
Yeah, bring it back next week. Even though I just rehashed content because I said that exactly.
Don't even worry about it. Look. What are the people gonna do? Come and find you and kill you? They're gonna.
I'm kidding.
With their torches and pitchforks coming down to Rhode Island.
Then I'll be gone next one.
Where do you live? Nevada.
Finally, yep. I live in Nevada. I live in the desert. This is my desert house. You'll never find me.
You're living with your coyotes.
I'm gonna reject the Satsui no Hado and I'm gonna become the Kage.
He didn't reject it. He ate it.
Yes, he did. No, due to Ryu's rejection of the Satsui no Hado, Kage's hunger for power comes to prove Ryu is
my god! Now I have to watch this trailer. All right, I'm all out of here. I'm gonna watch this trailer. Y'all have yourselves a good night or day. Listen to us on your way to work.
Hey, you know what? Let's not put a stamp on it. Let's just say, hey everybody, take it easy.